Hey everybody, it's Rob here. I'm getting asked a ton of questions how we're farming experience and also how to target farm a perfect aspect and perfect items here in Diablo 4. So we're almost at a Paragon 300. You can see here 296 and we almost need 1 billion experience. And then there's also a ton of aspects such as the Hydra aspect, the Pyromaniac aspect, and some flash fire stuff that is very hard to get. And by far the best way of farming this, guys, is to do pits. And you want to do pits extremely fast. I get this question a lot, like what pit tier is the best to farm all this? And it's basically whatever pit tier you can do in under 1 minute pretty consistently, or if you're like a bit slower and not a sorcerer, maybe in under 90 seconds. So you basically want to be able to one-shot the elites. I like to play on pit 79. Also, a very great number here is pit 69 to speed farm, depending on the power level of your build. If you are a bit weaker, also a tier 54 is pretty good because it's just one below the Torment 4 multiplier, and it's significantly easier where you don't have all the rest and all the armor penalty. And what you want to try, guys, obviously you can do this alone, but if you have a group, this helps you a lot because you can split farm in the pits, and basically one guy can always go like in one direction and the other player goes in the other direction. And what you're also getting, 2 obols per pit tier that you go up. So in a 79, you're getting about 210 obols per run. If you're doing the runs in 1 minute, you're getting a ton of these obols, and this helps you a lot by gambling, especially on the sorcerer. If you want to get like a good Hydra aspect or just in general a good offhand, I always recommend gambling the focus here because this one can only give you offensive aspects that you can see here. It's pretty comfortable to get greater affixes here with the obols that have been significantly juiced, and you can farm up to a full inventory of obols here in 10 minutes. I'll show you some footage. I'll show you the build here of exactly what we're doing, and this is just me here with my friend No Mercy. We're having a ton of fun blasting these pits, and again, this is the best way to farm power for your character because you are getting Paragon levels, you are getting random aspect and gear drops, you're getting a ton of GA items, and you're also getting a ton of obols, 200 obols every minute, which basically allows you to be gambling 4 focuses or 4 weapons, whatever you want to choose here, every minute. And this one just allows you to target farm specific items that you want. I was looking, for example, for the offhand here. I still have to triple crit it, but I was looking for this offhand here for a very long time, and basically split farming the pits gets you there. I'll show you here the full setup and some of our blasting sessions. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's go. All right, my friends, and this is the gameplay in group action 2-player here. So basically just use the Hydra to melt everything. And we always want to split farm, so one guy goes left, one guy goes right. We have a good blaster music playlist, and just play a tier where you know that your Hydra is going to eat the monster instantly. Like you basically want to one-shot the pack with your Hydra. And yeah, we just completely teleport here, around. Blast, split, get channeling pylon, that's good. The target goal here is about 40, like definitely below a minute, right? But it's around 45 seconds. That's the target amount. And you see here the first run is 40, pretty much exactly 45 seconds, 44 seconds even. And then we always use the H key, the leave dungeon key, for me it's H, to teleport out, to be able to spawn right next to the pylon here, so we can instantly open the next pit. So we spawn here, boom. So I'm using here this leave dungeon hotkey. It's very important. And then we can just instantly go in again. And then once we join the pit, we start casting Ball Lightning. We start spamming our evade. We start spamming our other skills. And then we're simply just casting Hydra when we're ready. Okay, I'm recording here, so there's like a little more... Actually, I'm lagging. Hello? Okay, little lag spike in the beginning. Man, is this pit just lagging? Okay. Not so smooth, man. Little lag spike in this pit. Like you see, like our friend already went in floor 2, so we know we must like quickly clear floor 1. Okay, let's start. I don't know what happened there. Quick lag spike. Sometimes the game server this season, I feel like is lacking a little bit. Lagging, and everything. So we're back to blasting. But you can see like how clean it already is here. Even in the back. Boom. Spawn. Blast again. I feel like there's definitely some lag spike in the server here. Okay, get 2 of them. GG. I wanted to type, not W. Blizzard at its best. I'm not so sure if it's only about the Blizzard server, but I definitely had a big lag spike in the start of that. So just again, we press leave dungeon hotkey. We go in, start holding down right click for balls, and then we're off. Spam Hydra to teleport around. And then here, usually the map also splits, so I'm gonna go up here. I know I'm gonna kill this pack. We're just gonna blast that pack. There's another pack here that we're gonna kill real quick as well. And then we go next floor. And now it's a lot smoother again. And then here, this is also a map where you always want to split, basically. And arguably, this is even faster if you are like 3 or even 4 players. You can make the runs even more efficient. So basically, just always split. Whenever the map splits, you want to split up with your party member. Because like that, we can ensure that we're not going to run out of monsters to kill at the end of the pit, right? So here, boom, we grab everything. And we don't need to do any more gem ups, of course. We have all our gems at 100, and that's going to help us a lot. The ball lightning is there to move and also to spawn crackling energy, which gives you more mana back. And with the Nagu Lam, we're also able to basically completely spam our Hydra without using ball lightning in between. So we can just Hydra, teleport, Hydra, teleport, Hydra, teleport. And that's what we mainly do here. You see when I'm recording here and streaming at the same time, my loading screen is actually... I just got a new SSD and a new PC, but my loading screen is still a bit slower than the one here from No Mercy. Because he's like fully cooked. Juicy PC. Yeah, SSD card certainly helps with this. That's for sure. You're gonna be faster when you're on that SSD. We're cooking like this, like always split. Split big time. The Hydras are eating the packs. Here's another pack. And then I know it's going to spawn here already, so we can wait for the spawn. 2 times Hydra on the boss. And boss says sayonara. Can always start porting, grab the GA. Usually the goal is to try and do 10 runs in 10 minutes. I think we're not quite there. Maybe we do like 9.5 runs in 10 minutes. We can see when the recording stops. But that's usually the goal. But you always have a bit of downtime, right? So ideally, every run here, this is the fastest way to farm XP, the fastest way to farm O-Balls, and O-Balls is the fastest way to target farm an offhand to gamble anything that you need. And that's usually why we do these runs. But you can see here, we need 800, 900 million XP for our level up. And that's usually pretty hard to achieve. But every run here gives about 10 million. Like you're getting 10 million XP from a run on this difficulty. And 79 is just happens to be the perfect pit tier for us to achieve this level where the Hydra is still basically one-shotting all the packs. You see, like I just placed the Hydra and I know that the pack is dying even if I, you know, keep moving on. Boom, new boss. Go up here. You see, we pretty much get our targeted time every time. Okay, that's a focus here. We definitely want to pick that. That's actually potential here. Max resource, greater affix, plus intelligence. That's already very, very solid. I'll show you like my entire setup here in a couple runs. So this is already like super solid focus. We go in. We're just gonna like farm to 2,500 O-Balls. So we already did 5 runs. And it's pretty solid. You get 200 something O-Balls every run. Okay, we can't do that teleport, unfortunately. That would have been a sick teleport to do. Get this, get that. See, sometimes you can get stuck for a sec. Oh, here, this is also a really good map to split farm. So here, just place the Hydra. And then sometimes it's also good to press Ball Lightning when you know the Hydra's on the elite and they might need like an extra shot when there's a damage resistance guy, or like here they have a barrier. And here we're gonna spawn, boom. So that's a 30-second spawn and another 40-second run, of course. Boom. Stand here in the middle, grab the GA, TP to town. And what's very important, the O-Balls, they're gonna get picked by the kitty. So if you have a pet, your kitty is gonna auto pick up these O-Balls that we then use to gamble items. And you see, we also get a ton of greater affix loot here while we do this. So we go in again. And the goal is to go to 2.5k, guys, and then I'll show you my setup. Okay, here, this is the Giga map. Obviously, if you're even more players, you can do this map in... I've done 22 seconds in this map on this tier. Obviously, in 2-player, it's a lot harder because you can't split as much. So probably the target time here is like 30 seconds if we get lucky. Also, what's really important here that you instantly go in the second level if you find it. So I think my buddy here found the second level already. You can see it on the minimap. And we basically just start killing everything here now. Boom, boom, boom. And there we spawn. So we like everybody has to kill about like 5 elites or so. You see, we did 37 seconds in this one. And get another greater affix item. The non-greater affix you don't really need to pick. You can just keep dropping them. Second level progression is much faster, yeah. The first guy that sees the next level always needs to go into the second level. This is especially true if we are more players, right? Like this would have been 25-second run if we're 4 players, right? Like 4 sorcerers. Right now we're only 2, like me and my buddy, right? Oh, and we got it again. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So basically the meta, if you're 2-player, you hack the wall and hope to find the next level. If you find it, you go instantly in. If not, well, somebody's gonna like bound to find it, right? Like, and if not, then the other guy that doesn't find it is just going to the middle. Okay, here now I found it, so Mercy is gonna clear the middle, and I'm going. And then the idea is just like kill a few packs here, so you don't run out of progress in floor 1. Because depending on the mob type, sometimes you're running out of progress there. And like this, you can avoid this. See, another 30-second run. Go in, boom, boom, 2 hydras, boss dead. And no greater affix item this time. Ooh, I might have not gotten the O-bolts. I'm not sure. This was like 7 runs now. The chest got opened a bit late. I'm not sure if I missed it or not. Maybe I gotten it. 600. 8 runs? Was it 8 or 9 runs? I'm not so sure. Yeah, sometimes the kitty is it takes a little second to pick the O-bolts, so I should have waited an extra second there. But I think I got them anyway. Not 100% sure though. See, next floor. Here I can also leave a couple packs because I know my body is still coming. Mercy is still like behind me, so he will visiting those packs again. And I ran into a dead end. This is like a bad scenario when this happens, when the guy in the front runs into the dead end. Because then obviously the entire run is like delayed by like 5 seconds or so. But it happens. There's nothing I can do. Like, it's just RNG. See, we still spawn relatively quick. And it's still target time, 45 seconds. We are like at 46 seconds. That's still very good. See, now the kitty picked it for sure. Yeah, that's how we basically farm 2.5k O-bolts. I think we might have missed this one O-ball spawn. But yeah, it's gonna basically be 3 more runs and we're full. It's pretty fast, man. And this is the best way to target farm the items in the game. Okay, here now we know the map split, so I need to make sure that these packs melt. This pack is gonna get doubled. Okay, we go in. Wait, what? I thought we went in. Looks like I did like a double click or something. Chop, 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 chop. Get them all. Here we have some more. Basically just go and spawn the hydras, man. And they're gonna eat. They're gonna eat good. Boom. Perfect spawn again, and 45-second target time. It's gonna be like 5 extra seconds here. Was a bit unfortunate with the loading screen. And we got the O-bolts again. 2 more runs basically, and we are full. It's pretty sick. The best way to farm O-bolts, you're looking at it. I want to see what the recording time is after. But I think it's pretty fast. I mean, we got 2 desert maps, but in 2-player, it's not really that big a deal. Like, we'd definitely be quite a bit faster. I can maybe like do another 4-player run. But this is just easy to do with like 1 body, and you can like kind of blast. It's also a bit more fun if you're like really going fast, you know. That was floor 1, man. And now imagine you're on a druid or something. Like, you'd still be stuck in floor 1 while the sorcerer is already at the end of floor 2. Or any other class. It's not even just about the druid. Like necromancer, like you name it. It doesn't really matter. Like, all of them would still be stuck in floor 1 at this sorcerer speed. It's just a bit crazy, man. Like how fast it's going. Boom. Again, 45-second target time. Reached again. Pick the thing. See, sometimes it's just so lazy, this kitty. So you also get like half an inventory full of greater affix items. That's actually pretty crazy. So now we do one more run. Drink. Yeah, we had this propulsion in the game for the other classes, but that was nerfed. So other classes could, maybe not the same speed, but they could at least be, you know, somewhat reasonably close to this kind of speed on the Sorc. Like not fully, but, you know, somewhat close. There was this propulsion season power on the Necro, on all the classes pretty much. Oh, yeah. Hard to reach. So this is going to be the last run, guys, and then we're going to be full with the Obolts. And you kind of get the idea. Like, obviously, we do these sessions, like if you're watching the live stream on YouTube or on Twitch, we do these sessions, like, you know, for hours and hours, and that's basically what you need to farm the Paragon. But you can kind of see, like, how much my XP bar moved, and you can see here, like, we need 900 million XP. Okay, boom, we got another 2GA stuff here. That has a big potential. Okay, here, very nice. And that's pretty much been the game, so... you see how many minutes this was? 23. So we did 13 minutes. I mean, I can accept, but you see, we're going to be full with Obolts now. I can sort all this stuff here. You can see, like, we got not really much useful. If this was evade cooldown, it would be pretty nice, because I only play 1GA boots. But this is very good. This offend here is already worth, I don't know, 10 billion gold plus, probably. And we also have 2,500 Obolts we can gamble with, right? So I would salvage here now. Obviously, I'm going to explain my setup. We would keep farming now. Like, Mercy already opened the next rift. But you see here, I would be gambling focuses. And you see how many greater affixes you get. This was like a bit more than 10 minutes of farming. See, we got another one here with potential. This one here is unfortunately... if this one was int, this would be pretty good already. It's not. This one here also had potential, but it's a mineral on resources, right? So we don't need this. But we already got our one focus, and we can gamble another round of focuses. Or you can gamble the core gloves. Int, no. Okay, not so lucky this time. But you also get a ton of aspects. So you see, like, this is like almost perfect aspects. So we would salvage them too. But we got this GG focus here that we can play. And this one is worth quite a lot, because that's the focus that you need. And this is my setup, guys. So we are rocking. Let me see if he's ready, actually. I'll explain it to you in the run. No slack, you know the drill. So he's even doing 1 minute solo run. So we are rocking Harlequin's Crest here, Nagu Lam. The Lam rune is super important because it allows you to keep spawning those Hydras at all times, right? And then very important to get the cooldown triple crit. Then we are rocking the Shroud of False Death here. Ideally, you have all stats. Resource generation is also pretty good for this playstyle when you're going extremely fast, right? Then we're rocking the core on the gauntlets here. Ideally, you want to have a triple crit here. I don't have this at the moment, but it's still extremely powerful. Lower the music a bit. These are still extremely powerful. Pyromancy, Flash Fire, pretty good. We have the actual conduit here with the resource generation. That's also very important to give you max resource, but also gives you generation of those resources to be able to spam, you know, what we're doing here with the Hydra. Like, basically just move and spawn Hydra at the same time and just have it, like, extremely smooth. And you can kind of see here that we have quite a lot of resources, and the resource goes up instantly. So we have 400 resources, but when I cast it, you see it goes up instantly. Like, I just cast the Hydra, and the resource goes up instantly. So the actual conduit really important for this, as well as the Nagu Lam, because the Nagu Lam gives 70 resources, and that is completely multiplied with this double multiplier, or 88% multiplier. Then we're rocking Evade cooldown, Orange Herald. We are rocking the Serpentine aspect here with Hydras. I don't even have the perfect Masterworks because it's really hard. We are rocking the Storm Squall on the boots. And that one is also, like, you can have potential to go, like, another Hydra head here, basically. See, we're still doing below 1 minute runs, even though I'm, like, explaining stuff here. That's just how good this setup is. Then we are rocking the Starless Sky here, also with a core GA and core Masterwork. Hydra becomes a core skill with your amulet. And the amulet is the most important with primordial binding and a good secondary. So that's really important here, Primordial Binding and a good secondary. Int is also pretty good, also gives you these extra Hydra heads. And then last but not least here, we have the Tarasha ring. I only got a 22% one, but it's still extremely powerful, and you want to masterwork the cooldown. Then we have the enchantment slots here. We're rocking Familiar Enchantment and we're rocking Teleport Enchantment. Again, to activate and lower the cooldown, you can just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cast Ball Lightning 4 times, and then it's 1.5 seconds. And you're getting 1.5 seconds cooldown reduction here. And this is thanks to the Seer Vex rune. So basically your teleport ranks, they increase if you do 5 skills, cast 5 skills, thanks to the Seer activation for the Vex rune. Heraldic Spellcraft, we're rocking Smoldering Ember, Bloody Charm, Reactive Ooze, Tranquility Stone, as well as the Cosmic Anomaly. This one also counts as summons and gives you extra stacks for your Primordial Binding, increasing your damage and increasing your mana regeneration like crazy. Rest of the skill tree pretty much looks like this here. Like basically you can just follow the planner that's below, so we have all the different setups there. Maxing Teleport here, and I'm also using the Crack, so even if I'm not choosing to spawn the Ball Lightning, because like I said, I'm teleporting with the Hydra quite a lot, and I'm just using the Hydra mainly to move around, and like that we don't really spawn Crack, but our teleport now also spawns Crackling Energy, and we don't really need the damage reduction rune anyways, because this Sorcerer is immortal anyways, and you basically all the time have the barrier. You can see you just spam your Hydra and you get your barrier all the time, so you always have 10k life, 10k barrier, easy peasy, nothing will ever touch you in there. So I prefer it like that. I'm gonna go into run again. So see, we can do this video like even as my friend helps me here a bit with farming, and then we're gonna be back to blasting here in no time. And yeah, then we have the Ice Armor here. You can play this. It just makes you completely immortal because you spend these resources and then you generate it. You see my Ice Armor, like how crazy we can spam it. And this is just not me even hitting any enemies. Like we just basically Hydra, teleport, Hydra, teleport, Hydra, teleport, and it's just completely full immortal. And then we just rock all the damage multipliers here. The Ice Blades with attack speed, very important. This makes your teleport go faster. Lightning Spear, this point usually goes into teleport. Right now I just have it because I was switching some stuff. But you don't need the point in Lightning Spear because you get it from the Harlequin's Crest, right? So I'll remove this point. Okay, and the point needs to go in Soulfire, obviously. And then we just rock all the multipliers. Ball Lightning here also with Crack for the start. Unstable Currents, Convulsion, Asu Ferocity, and then yeah, the Soulfire maxed. And here we're going in. Boom, boom. So we're going to switch this around here. So you see, even I put the point out of Lightning Spear. We put it back into the damage multiplier, Soulfire. And we're still good on Lightning Spear, because we get it from our Harlequin's Crest. And then we play Asu as the key passive. This one gives you crazy crit chance. So 20 crit chance comes from the Hydra, because they changed the rune here. So you get 20 crit chance from Hydra, and then you get another 40 crit chance from Asu. So what you want, 20 crit chance from Hydra, 40 from Asu, that's 60. And that also means that you need to have on the sheet at minimum to play without the Pyromancy glyph and to play with Eliminator, you need 40 crit chance. I even have 45, so I'm good. And when you have this, you can play the Eliminator in the final board, and you don't need the Conjurer, sorry. So we're rocking Starter Board, Tactician, then Enchantment Master, also really important, helping you with your enchantment cooldown. Elementalist, we're rocking Fundamental Release, Pyromaniac, we're rocking Searing Heat with Destruction, and then here again, Eliminator with Elemental Summoner. If you don't have as much crit chance as me, you can always play Conjurer here to get extra crit chance, right? But usually you don't really need this. And that pretty much concludes the build here. So you see, we can still keep blasting, kill some packs here. And floop, kill them bosses. And we're already back at 1,000 Obols here. And we already got some more Greater Affix items. And it's just going to keep going like this, basically. So again, I'm going to link the planner below. Thanks to No Mercy, and big shout out. There's different setups here. There's a beginner version, completely without Uber uniques. Obviously, there's a lot of versions that have Ubers that are pretty good, and I'm at the moment playing the one-handed version here. This is the Paragon 280 version. This is what I'm rocking right now. Planner is below, guys. Hope you enjoyed. The Hydra Sorcerer is extremely fun, and yeah, keep on blasting, boys. Good luck, my friends out there, and this is certainly one of the most fun builds of the entire game right now. We're even going to be playing like some Druid and maybe even some Barb with the patch here. And we'll see how that's gonna go. Okay, here's also another Giga map. After this run, we're gonna call it. Boom, 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 boom. So basically, I'm just holding down Hydra and spam all the other buttons. And I know my Hydra is strong enough to completely decimate everything. So even in a 2-floor map here, we can do a 30-second run. And then we kill the boss here, and we do 37 seconds total. And boom, we get another tributes, and even more obols. Hope you enjoyed, my friends. Take it easy. GG. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.